Hey, what's up everyone? As you can tell from the title of the video, there is going to be a hotfix here sometime soon. This is going to resolve a huge bug with the spawning issues in the newest mission. We'll discuss specifically what's going on, we'll talk about the dark fluid, and so much more. If you enjoy the video at any point, consider giving it a like by tapping the thumbs up button below the video. Alrighty, let's begin by showcasing the actual problem here, then we'll talk about the hotfix. So when it comes down to this mission, this right here can happen. When you do place down the dark fluid inside of the Tectonic drill, well, what happens? Once that dark fluid is inside of it, obviously it's going to start the encounter. And as you can tell right here, this is what's going on. The bugs are spawning underneath it, and it's pretty much impossible at this point to defend it, especially if they're spawning right on top of it essentially, or underneath it. Now sure, I'm on impossible difficulty, but this has also happened on level 9 as well, so it doesn't matter which difficulty it is. So with that being said, this is what's going on as of right now, and the community manager Baskinator had posted this over on the official Helldivers 2 Discord, responding with, "Thank you to everyone that made us aware of the spawning bug in the current major order. A hotfix is currently being worked on for that issue and will be deployed as soon as possible. We'll let you know as soon as it's available." Now I can already see the comments from this one. Some of you are probably thinking, why didn't they test it? And you're not wrong for that, because this right here does seem like it would be a simple test, right? You just spawn in with 4 people, you come in, you see if everything's working correctly, if the bugs are, behaving right. But, I don't know. This is what I'm thinking personally. I couldn't tell you what's going on over there. I'm not a developer. I don't know crap about this stuff. But that is what I'm assuming, just from looking at this. Why didn't they just come in, test it out, see if something's wrong, and then move on? Now, that is one side of the coin. But if we check out the other side here, there could potentially be something else going on. Maybe they have too much stuff on their hands, or potentially that this was already implemented before and they just finally pushed it out. That could very well be the reason. If you guys would like to leave your opinions, your comments, your thoughts on this, I would love to know what it is, because I don't know what to think. Because at this point, if this is what's going on, what's going to happen when the actual patch comes out? Is it going to be broken? Is it going to, have some issues? This is what I'm wondering. I wonder if they kind of just threw too much stuff in their hands and now they're just kind of juggling things back and forth and just trying to figure things out. Anyways, enough with what I think. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know down below in the comment section. We're now going to continue on and talk about the major order, because I honestly think we might just fail this. But at the same time, I do believe there is a good chance that this will be completed automatically, and we'll get into that proof as well. Now recently I have received some comments where some of you have said, hey, the regen rate for this is really low and we're probably going to fail it. Well, actually, the words were, it's dead on arrival. But let's go ahead and check out the comment. This commenter named Otto said, hate to say it this early, this order is dead on arrival. The regen rate is 10% per hour. The progress will get wiped out every night unless the devs quickly lower it. Well, if we head over towards helldivers.io, we can see this right here, which for Meridia, it's 0.00%, and it says we're currently at a stalemate. Now, this right here has changed to a positive number, but it's also went down. Potentially it has risen due to the recent announcement with hotfix, but this right here in general is definitely low. But there should be a big change here coming soon. So with that being said, will we fail this, or will it be a success? There is a good chance that we will automatically complete this, whether or not we have legitimately failed or if we have succeeded. We know this because Spitz has mentioned this in the past, which is a former community manager, and this is what he said. It's true that some things in the story are going to happen regardless of player impact, like the TCS missions. Those missions were obviously designed in advance, and we're not just going to waste an asset like that. And there you go, that's an example. So right here for Meridia, they were not going to just waste all this money and time just so that we could fail it. Most likely we will succeed with this, even though it does say that at the top. I thought I would go over this information just in case you guys thought that we were going to fail it automatically. There is a good chance, almost a 100% positive chance, that this is going to be completed automatically, whether or not we legitimately failed or if we succeeded. Hopefully that answers any questions about the recent MO, but that is what's going on. But we're now going to continue on and talk about the dark fluid jetpack. So if you decide to use the dark fluid as a jetpack, using it too much will actually cause it to explode. It's happened to me at least 2 times, and it's pretty insane. I like this. It's just the smallest details that matter, and this right here is one of them. What I love about this is because truly the dark fluid is really unstable, so using it as a jetpack seems a bit crazy to do. And I guess as Helldivers, we do that crap nonetheless. This right here, I would love to see this jetpack in the game without the explosion effect. Maybe if we can get it more stabilized right and it can actually function better, I would love to use this jetpack in game. What I like about it specifically is that the fact is you can jump really high with it. This is also a lot better in terms of the refresh rate or when you're able to use it again. That is also very awesome, and I love this so much because you're able to just move so quickly. They did a great job with this, and hopefully this is something that we will see in the future. I'm a big fan of jetpacks. Not too sure how many of you are, but yeah, again, this is something I would like to see. Continuing on, we're going to talk about the dark fluid a bit more because when it comes down to using this on Meridia, there is a good chance that it's going to open up a huge black hole that will let the Illuminate right on through. Sure, we already knew that we were opening up a black hole, but we probably didn't know that this is most likely going to influence the Illuminate to come right on through and figure out what the heck's going on. For example, if we take a look at the description for the mission, it does state, we must seize this opportunity to destroy the Terminate super colony. Helldivers all across the planet will deploy with a limited supply of the exotic matter known as dark fluid and insert it at critical points in the planet's crust. One critical mass is reached, the planet will collapse into a black hole, destroying the threat to liberty once and for all. Now sure, this right here, I get it. You're probably thinking this right here is not enough proof, and sure, it's not. But we do know something. We do know that one of the NPCs has mentioned the Illuminate recently, and if you would like to, check out my previous video. But with that being said, this right here, I do think is going to open up that gateway essentially so that the Illuminate can come through, and we're going to have a huge problem. And yeah, before anyone mentions it, I'm not saying it's going to happen. This is speculation. It's a pure possibility, but it does sound feasible, right? It sounds like a possibility. It sounds something that is so easy for the Illuminate to, you know, pretty much use again as a gateway to get right to us. And I'm interested. What are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's going to happen, or are we going to have to deal with some robots and bugs for the next month or so? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Last but not least, I do want to talk about the update that is supposed to come out next week, and that's again my speculation, but it does make sense. Currently with the new MO, it does end in about 3 days or 4 days. Then you know that we do have this hotfix coming along, so again, potentially, I do believe the update is going to arrive Tuesday. If not, again, do not come here with torches because, again, this is all speculation. There's also the hotfix that they are going to release, and possibly that could come out sometime this week or maybe next week. Potentially, the update is delayed. There is a possibility on that as well. Anyways, this is your Helldivers 2 news. If you guys have any questions or comments or anything that you would like to share personally about today's video or something you have experienced, let me know down below in the comment section. If it is the top comment, you will be featured in the next video. Here's your top 3 comments from the previous video. Starting off with the first comment here, we have Dismal LCM, and this person says, Meridia be looking like the day after Taco Bell right now. Hilarious stuff, by the way. Second comment is by High Ruler Diamond 6717. This person is a nightmare for randoms. Doesn't help that the effing bug holes can spawn right underneath the damn drill. Last but not least, we have Marcus Diddle. This user says, imagine being on a ship hovering above Meridia when the major order is completed and you get to watch in real time as the planet is sucked into its own black hole. There's your top 3 comments from the previous video. If you guys would like to speak your voice on the channel, then comment down below. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I will see you guys in the next video.